The NFL Combine showcases players. It raises and lowers draft stock, suddenly turning lesser-known prospects into the nationwide talking point. There's a fair argument to be made that the best scouts don't need the NFL Combine. In truth, most of the testing confirms but the boards are a fluid process right up to draft day. Value is accelerated by measurements and figures. For us, those not involved in the NFL, we don't have the chance to watch every single prospect. I certainly couldn't manage it before the Combine, and the Combine is now over. While some hopefuls warrant a rewatch of the All-22 post-Combine, others demand a first viewing. Here are 5 players I'll be watching as a result of their Combine testing stardom. 1. Ben Banogu, edge, TCU, playing opposite LJ Collier, a Senior Bowl edge rusher who received first-round hype pre-Combine, meant that Banogu slipped under many radars after being named Big 12 preseason Defensive Player of the Year. Then the beautiful aspect of the Combine transpired. Banogu announced himself to the NFL world. In this "How explosive is this dude?" tests, Banogu dominated. His 4.62 40 was most notable for the ridiculous 1.47 10-yard split. For edge rushers, 1.5 seconds is considered elite. Running in the 1.4s? That's ludicrous. It led all defensive linemen. Banogu further proved his twitch by jumping the highest out of all edge prospects with a 40-inch vert. At 6'3", 250 pounds, he projects more as a hybrid Sam Leo in the Bruce Irvin mold. For the Seahawks, Banogu is a day 2 player and would help compensate the lack of Seahawk edge rushers available when they first pick. In 2018, the similarly constructed Jacob Martin showed the effectiveness of speed rushing on passing downs. Former Seattle scout and current Senior Bowl director Jim Nagy added to the undersized rusher discussion. At FSU football, Brian Burns weighed 249 pounds. It reminds me of Bruce Irvin and Vic Beasley coming out. Both played in 225 to 230 pounds range. Lesson learned over years is don't kill underbulked pass rushers. They figure out how to gain mass. Picked at twitter.com/3ZCV1SW5KT, Jim Nagy, at Jim Nagy. SB, March 1, 2019. Banogu's 7.023 cone and 4.27 short shuttle at his size suggest he is a more straight-line quarterback hunter. The 3-cone ranks 6th amongst all edge rushers, which may remove him from the Seahawks draft board as, since 2010, Seattle has drafted the edge with the quickest 3-cone 3 times. There's also the natural concern that Banogu could be another Combine stud who disappoints in the pros. See Jordan Willis. That's why watching Banogu's film is so important. He might be an athlete whose tape shows him to be an all-round gem. After early inspection, his high motor athleticism requires NFL coaching to develop a clear and consistent pass rush plan. 2. Miles Boykin, wide receiver, Notre Dame. The Combine proved how deep the wide receiver group is in this draft. There are a ton of receivers who look like absolute weapons, with this lining up as one of the most athletic pass-catching classes in history. The quick separation, explosive Emmanuel Hall, Deebo Samuel, Paris Campbell and Terry McLaurin tested brilliantly. Meanwhile, DK Metcalf put himself out of Seattle's range, as I predicted. Miles Boykin had the best day though. Coming into the Combine, many draftniks had him projected as a big-bodied, possession receiver. Indeed, he reached 6'4" and weighed in at 220 pounds. Then he performed the rest of the drills. Boykin ran 4.42 seconds in the 40, plus leapt 43.5 vertically and 140 in the broad. That's the 3rd highest vert ever. His change of direction skills also shown with a 6.77 seconds 3-cone and a 4.07 seconds short shuttle. To put these numbers in context, Boykin's testing ranked in the 99.9 percentile amongst NFL players. Courtesy of Zach Whitman at 3 Sigma Athlete. This is simply unheard of and easily meets every one of Seattle's requirements for the position. The Seahawks are more likely to take a quick separation type of receiver in 2019, as I've wrote about in Draft on Tape previously. It would fit the offense well, given Brian Schottenheimer's most frequent route concepts involve a crossing route that requires getting off press quickly at the line of scrimmage and/or beating a man across the field. However, if Seattle wanted to go for a big-bodied downfield stretcher and give David Moore some serious competition for the safety blanket role, this would be the draft to do it. There are myriad tall receivers who tested well. Boykin needs his tape watching after his historic combine. 3. Ben Burke-Irvin, inside linebacker. Washington linebackers keep getting lighter. The near demise of the fullback, the proliferation of spread offenses and the passing increase around college football means linebackers are expected to cover. Be it running with a tight end or merging onto a crossing route, your linebacker better be able to scoot. Minnesota's Blake Cashman ran a 4.540 at 6 feet 1, 237 pounds. But it was the local Ben Burke-Irvin who tested most promisingly. After weighing 230 pounds and measuring 6 feet, Irvin ran a 6.85 three-cone and a 4.09 short shuttle. These placed first and third amongst linebackers respectively. Combined with his 4.56 seconds 40-yard dash, 6 fastest, and impressive showing in on-field drills, Washington games need to be re-watched for Burke-Irvin. The inside linebacker popped when scouting Taylor Rapp. He was always making the tackles and appeared to be in the right spot. My questions when focusing on the backer will be on his play diagnosis, speed, play strength, block shedding and coverage ability. Coming from Chris Peterson's defense, you can bet his leverage will be exemplary, yet how much of his production was from being kept super clean by the guys up front? Burke-Irvin must also defy Seattle's previous drafting conventions at the inside linebacker position. His 34.5 vertical jump is at the 81.7% NFL percentile, shy of the 90th percentile or 39 inches leap the Seahawks have looked for when previously selecting ILBs. KJ Wright is unlikely to re-sign with the Seahawks based on the comments of John Schneider and Pete Carroll at the Combine. Seattle's weak side linebacker spot is one they'd hope to fill with Michael Kendricks, legal status pending, and Shaquem Griffin. Griffin is a case of coaching and improvements being needed. The Seahawks adding another athletic inside linebacker on day 3 to compete at will would therefore be prudent. Moreover, they must add speed to the front 7. 4. Derek Thomas, cornerback, Baylor. The oft-repeated fact of Seattle's draft strategy is that they've never taken a cornerback with arms measuring below 32 inches. 6 feet 2, 208 pounds, 33-armed Isaiah Johnson, interviewed on Field Gulls, might have put himself out of Seahawks range by running a 4.440, 6.81 three-cone and a 4.06 short shuttle, plus jumping 36.5 vertically and 133 in the broad. The Seahawks have never taken a corner higher than round 3. The Seahawks have never drafted a cornerback with under 32 inches arms. The combine measurements give us a great idea of which guys are on Seattle's draft board. Particularly interesting are the tall ones, Derek Thomas, Isaiah Johnson and Joejuan Williams. Plus wingspan of lane. pic.twitter.com/mehbeatem1hi, Matty F. Brown, at Matt Brown, March 2, 2019. Instead, Derek Thomas from Baylor could be the day 3, late-round corner who Seattle takes. He's 6 feet 3, 189 pounds with 33 3/4 arms and 10 inches hands. Boxes ticked. He ran the 40-yard dash in 4.44 seconds, hit 39.5 in the vertical and 131 in the broad. His lightness and 8 bench press reps suggest there is plenty of room to add to his frame and play strength. Playing in the Big 12, Thomas faced high-powered passing attacks. Nevertheless, he only started 14 games in his playing career, so a rawness in his game will be natural. Him not running the 3-cone also suggests he lacks the short area movement skills you'd want from the position. On the other hand, the rest of the athletic profile is there for Seattle to develop into an eventual starter. If they did it with Trey Flowers last year, they can do it with any defensive back who meets the thresholds. When analyzing Thomas, the main trait to look for in his game will be aggression. Following their fifth-round selection of Flowers, the Seahawks, enthused about the Oklahoma State defensive backs, want to get the football and attack each play. If Thomas is around the ball each snap, he becomes a definite candidate for Seattle's back end. 5-1 Thornhill, safety, Virginia. The Seahawks may choose to continue their more interchangeable type of safety and add a playmaker in the 2019 NFL Draft. Matchup weapon safeties like Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and Darnell Savage put on big-time performances that are a sweet accompaniment to their exciting tape. Florida safety Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is another playmaker Seattle might be looking at. He could play bandit back in the Seahawks 4-1-6 package and win as a matchup weapon. CGJ tested well after measuring 5 feet 11 and 210 pounds 40 to 4.48 vert 36 broad 117 3C 7.03 SSS 4.2 https://t.co/u81102 HMC Matty F. Brown at Matt Brown, March 4, 2019. January 17. I said that high-ceiling safety Darnell Savage could be a bandit back upgrade, a playmaker who fits in Seattle's 4-1-6 package. In base, he'd be a downhill missile. Diaz tested great after measuring in 5 feet 11, 191 pounds and 31 inches arms .40, 4.36 vert 39.5 broad 126 https://t.co/all3u3mo2 Matty F. Brown at Matt Brown, March 4, 2019. Conversely, Seattle may want to take a shot on a pure deep safety. Getting someone super athletic could help the range on the back end. Virginia's Juan Thornhill had one of the best combines from a safety ever witnessed. At 6 feet, 205 pounds he ran 4.42 seconds in the 40, jumped 44 inches vertically, second highest ever, and 141 in the broad. Ultimately, athleticism really doesn't guarantee success at the position. Instead, the football IQ and prescient aspects of a safety's skill set are more important. Guys like Zedrick Woods, 4.2940, will get overdrafted despite their tape. Just look at the top 15 40-yard dash times for safeties at the Combine, from 2010 to 2018, not many impressive names there. Like Derek Thomas, there must be a reason Thornhill didn't run the three-cone. Seattle places more emphasis on caught-ability, so watch for this at Virginia's Pro Day. Furthermore, in initial scouting and when attending the Senior Bowl, Thornhill seemed to lack the coverage instincts to give him the requisite range for deep safety in the NFL. But following his numbers, he and his 8 interceptions of 2018 certainly deserve a reviewing for range.